But I don't think there is anything essentially new about this disseminating fictions and errors. I mean, there is nothing that, I don't know, Joseph Goebbels didn't know about all this idea of fake news and post-truth. He famously said that if you repeat a lie often enough, people will think it's the truth, and the bigger the lie, the better. Because people won't even think that, something so big can be a lie.
The World Economic Forum has consistently advocated for the harshest and most extreme COVID measures possible, including lockdowns, mandatory vaccinations, vaccine passports and mask mandates, despite these policies assaulting many of our basic liberties. Founded in 1971 by Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum is steeped in authoritarianism and Marxist ideology. It's an ideology which is creeping into governments across the world. To quote Schwab himself when speaking about the Canadian Parliament, "We penetrate the cabinets. I know that half this cabinet, even more than half, are actually young global leaders of the World Economic Forum. It's true in Argentina, it's true in France."
So who do we have as we work, Klaus, in the different meetings? What type of stakeholders do we have? The constituencies?
Stakeholders, we have, if I look at our stakeholders, we have business, of course, as a very important audience, and we have politics. We have continuous partnerships with many governments around the world. And of course we have NGOs, we have trade unions, we have all those different parts.
Media, of course.
Media, of course, and very important experts and scientists and academia.
One of the features of this fourth industrial revolution is that it doesn't change what we are doing, but it changes us.
There's some people around who really think that they know how the world should be run, and they're going to run it, and anybody who stands in their way is going to be eliminated.
Their fundamental belief system is that they are smart and you are stupid.
Now, the world today has 6.8 billion people. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
When you get this, there's no way you're going to be called a conspiracy theorist. It's a conspiracy fact.
Maybe the most important exchange in this respect will be in healthcare. The big battle over what we today call privacy will be between privacy and health. Do you give access to what is happening inside your body and brain in exchange for far better healthcare? And my guess is that health will win, hands down. People will give up their privacy in exchange for healthcare, and maybe in many places they won't have a choice. I mean, they won't even get insurance if they are unwilling to give access to what is happening inside their bodies.
I think it's about what the vaccine means. And Whitney Webb gets credit for this. Back in April, she said, aha, I figured this out. This is what globalists have been waiting for. They've been waiting for a way of marking people. That you get in a vaccine, you're marked in a database. And this can be used for trade, for commerce, for behavior modification.
What we need to understand about the vaccine passports they're promoting now is that they're not intended to stop with being vaccine passports. It's something that's going to be much more expansive and extensive. Well, this is about this stakeholder capitalism idea that has come out from the World Economic Forum. And
my view on the vaccine passports has changed quite a lot. The first thing I would say is medically, it's completely illogical, because we all know now that whether you're vaccinated or not, you can catch COVID unless you've had it before, and you can pass it on. Makes no difference whether you're vaccinated or not. So the vaccine passport is useless from a medical point of view.
The UN launched a project named ID 2020. Now, this was launched with the intention of creating digital identities for every single person on this planet by 2030. All of these digital identities would be kept safe and sound on, you guessed it, the blockchain, making them impossible to be destroyed or
What
even
underpins a world order is always the financial system. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting and introduce a new one. And the new accounting is what we call blockchain.
I wanted to move on to this clip next. It was posted on the World Economic Forum website on November 12th, 2021, and it's from their Great Narrative Conference. Nari Woods said the following.
The obstacle is ensuring that people want to come along. And that's why we've got to make government work. And I don't say that just because I'm Dean of a School of Government. I say that because across the world, people don't need to love their government. The biggest obstacle is we can sit, at Davos a few years ago, the Edelman survey showed us that the good news is the elite across the world trust each other more and more. So we can come together and design and do beautiful things together. The bad news is that in every single country they were polling, the majority of people trusted that elite less. So we can lead, but if people aren't following, we're not going to get to where we want to go.
So there you go. That gives you some insight into the mindset that you're dealing with here. An elite. She literally used the word.
It has also eIDAS, digital identification, which is essential to protect the human. Because if you don't have a digital identity, you don't exist.
My name's Dave Treat. I lead Accenture's blockchain business. It's actually blockchain and multi-party systems business. And part of our focus and part of the business that we've been building, really has had at its core the transformation of large-scale ecosystems. And at the heart of it, there have really been two key gaps that we've been focused on now for a few years and making significant investments in. One of which you may have seen, we've had a focus throughout the past week around work that we're doing around central bank digital currency. The other one, and the focus of tonight, is really the other, which is digital identity.
Hello everyone, meet Lucy, student in psychology, and me, her digital ID wallet issued by the government to offer a wide range of identity services. In fact, I'm a handy way of proving and protecting her identity both online and face-to-face. Let's have a closer look at what I can do. I can help governments to better communicate with citizens. Right now, I'm reminding Lucy of the appointment she needs to schedule for her mandatory vaccination.
Canada's banks are perfectly situated to help lead the creation of a federated digital ID system between government and the private sector. The World Economic Forum agrees that banks and financial institutions should lead the path forward for digital ID. Banks are highly regulated and trusted. They have advanced cybersecurity and privacy technology, and they have the infrastructure to operate provincially and nationally.
Und aus diesem Grund wird die Kommission demnächst eine sichere europäische digitale Identität vorschlagen.
With Digital ID, Australia Post offers a secure and convenient way to prove your identity. Verify your way and save time with Digital ID. Free to download from the App Store and Google Play Store.
Now, I know what you're thinking, you silly conspiracy theorist. You might be thinking, hey, take a look at these governments and corporations and financial institutions and NGOs that have presided over the self-evident debacle of the past couple of years, the drive towards COVID-19 84 biosecurity tyranny of quarantines and lockdowns and vaccine mandates and vaccine passports, and see how now suddenly we're being corralled into this global digital ID system. And you might stop and think to yourself, you know, I'm not so sure this is all about my health and well-being. But you're just being overly cynical. No. You see, just as the transhuman brain chips that are coming are all about helping crippled people type, the global digital ID grid is being crafted in order to help children go to school and help people access medical services, especially those yummy, nutritious mRNA vaccines, and, I don't know, providing double rainbows with pots of gold on each end.